turf. The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. They've got it first and goal at the 7. Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, second and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. From the gun, Murray. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. And give credit to Reuben Foster, the linebacker, getting a hand in to disrupt.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's third and goal. They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
That was a big-time stop on third down. Offensively, you'd love to tie the game up here, but 3 points might not be a disappointment.
And Gonzalez puts this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the year.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
The Redskins making their way out. Last year, a fairly quiet 7-9. Now, the big change, of course, for 2018 here, exit Kirk Cousins, enter Alex Smith at quarterback. What does that change?
The change is that you have a quarterback who takes care of the football in a big way, but still can deliver it downfield. Alex Smith has such a reputation for being careful that it's overblown. He will take the shot downfield. If receivers shake free, get open, he'll deliver it. The other part of that, they get an offensive line. If they can get help there and have consistency up front, that offense can move, and that's what they're going to need to do if they want to compete in the NFC East.
Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney. Watch him now, Barney, Barney.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Redskins get the quick strike touchdown. Hopkins with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. Well, the Cardinals coming out here, and take a look back, Charles, at 2017. Really, everything started going south, unfortunately, week 1. That's when they lost David Johnson to a wrist injury. From there, they really couldn't turn it around.
And in the offseason, coaching change. Steve Wilks now in charge. Comes with a defensive bent. Remember, he was a defensive coordinator with the Carolina Panthers. And he probably was blitzing from the time he took the job. That's how aggressive he is. On the offensive side of the ball, you know, there's going to be a battle for the quarterback spot. You knew they signed Sam Bradford. Josh Rosen was drafted. But the identity of this team, David Johnson, their running back. Missing him most of last season really changed the whole dynamic of their year.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Play action. Murray. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Operating from the gun, Murray. And this is going to be incomplete. Quentin Dunbar right there on the coverage. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
And not what he was hoping for there as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. Now right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Gun! 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 Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
Patriot! Patriot! Gun! 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 Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. 31 yards there and a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to air one out. It's caught at the 10. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. of the gun. They'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Dalvin away and bring up second down.
Another shot from the 9 on second and goal.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
He'll look to throw. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
And let's see 6 defensive backs out there. They're in the dime here on third and goal.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Gun! 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 Hot!
They're going to look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Chandler Jones. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a fourth down. And Hopkins' kick is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
This offense trots back out there now, and as they do, Charles, one thing to point out that we saw a second ago are some of the new rules in the NFL this year regarding kickoffs.
Yeah, nowadays, the kickoff team, no more running starts. Remember that when you could kind of circle a guy around and here he goes? No more. You have to start, close to the ball. And when it's kicked, then you get to take off and go, so you can't build up your speed that way. Also, when you're returning it, remember those wedges that we used to say where guys would form together, 2 or 3 guys? No more of those. So it'll be a lot more man-on-man, one-on-one blocking. And also they have rules about where people have to be when the ball's kicked, where they have to be when the ball's caught. So to me, it's much more like a punt return than it is an actual kickoff return. So I'm eager to see if teams now take their punt returners, those nifty guys who make people miss in the open field, and make them the kickoff returners as well, because I think you can still get big plays in this area if you have the right people back there.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Murray, incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it's 3rd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Gun! 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 Gun!
From the gun, Murray. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. It's taken to the 26. Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game.
I'm going to break it.
I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
The first down carry here for Johnson. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. And the tackle there will go to Ryan Anderson.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. On second down, Johnson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. To throw on third down. Murray, he may try and run for this. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down now. I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Looking to throw on second down. Murray. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Two minutes remain here in the first half. More from the desert after this. The Cardinals on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Operating from the gun. Murray. And he's got Fitzgerald. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
We used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. It's a quarterback sneak, and he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. It's their quarterback with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Cardinals have cut it to within a score. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that slices the lead down to 17-10. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Richardson. 23 yards on the play. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Lucky 56. Over. Watch him now, Barney, Barney.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to air one out. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. A big play there. Making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. And he's able to put it through. Meanwhile, in Los Angeles, an update from there. The Chargers out to an early lead over the Chiefs. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
On first down, Murray. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on second down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
No. Check. Patriot.
Throwing again. Murray. He completes it right side to White. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The Cardinals on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15.
Now, Barney.
From the gun, Murray. He hits White, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing on first down. Murray. Hall bringing it in. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Go,
4 yards
go,
on that last
go,
completion,
go.
so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Lucky 56.
Operating from the gun. Murray. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Here's Murray. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. So we've reached halftime here. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this
you're going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for
Detroit,
1st and 10.
Detroit. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
On 1st and 10, Murray finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now a handoff. Johnson. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
No. Check. Patriot. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. He's coming.
Murray now. Escaping the pressure right. He can run. Murray fighting. Lost the football. Into the Redskins. Have it they do.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So that one will be accepted. A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
On play action, they'll throw. Flushed out right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On first down, Murray. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Looking to throw. Murray underneath for Johnson. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4. And that'll make this a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Murray looking for White on the deep ball. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. throw now in his own end zone. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it a second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be third down.
Detroit! Over!
They'll drop to throw. It's brought in by Doxson. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney! Over!
They'll look to throw here. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting them in jeopardy right now.
So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10.
Gun!
They'll run with Marshall. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Redskins scoop it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them. Big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
Back there in that Philly, here we go. All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
No. Check. Patriot. All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Completes it right side to Doxson. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's the Redskins with the football and the lead as we start the 4th. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Detroit! All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit!
Back to throw here. Steps away to his left. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They give it off here to the tight end. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Vernon Davis taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. And he knocks it through. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. Oh, look at that. And now running right through it. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. So out now come the Cardinals. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Monte Nicholson picks it. And running with power here. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing. But I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. That is caught at the 7. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. They'll try and sneak it here. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. It's their quarterback taking it in. And the interception by the Redskins deed leads to a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Back to throw. Murray. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 15. From the gun, Murray, flush to his right. It's grabbed over the middle by White. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Throwing on first down. Murray, quick hitch, complete. It's Paul. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 6 there on first. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. The Cardinals on third down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. Murray. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. Here's Marquette King now as he's on to punt for Arizona. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, you know, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
They'll give him 8 on the play, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. They'll try and get it with Geis. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. And a gain there of 11 yards.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. They'll look to throw. Try to lay one up deep. And this is caught inside the 5. A huge play there for Washington. And even 60 yards.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe. They're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. On the ground, Geis. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And the avenue collapsed for him as he's going to be held up short of the goal line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They'll go with the keeper, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. This fielded at the 2. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed, I did, my good man. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment, and to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes us around. They took care of business today.
Yeah, they pushed around, and now the final stages of this one. And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he'll get this one up to the 26. And now the Cardinals going to use another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, he stays up, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Detroit! Detroit!
Looking to throw. Complete. Richardson has it. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turned into a nice play.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. He's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. That's caught inside the 20. That goes for a gain of 31.
And they just hit another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
It's the age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's...
And this is going to be intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. Well, they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Dumping it off for Johnson. Twisting away. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup with someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. nowadays an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week one. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Redskins, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they'll return home next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.